Here at the Morning Score, your top of day fix for professional and for college sports and for gaming. Steph Z.
That's me.
I always say, Trevor.
What up, freaks?
Erica.
Lakewood means rewind, a gunshot means forward. You requested it, so we rewind.
Okay, lots to talk about today. Athletes in the hot seat is what we're starting off with. Tongue-tied, top of the show, can't even talk because I'm so excited about this hot seat. Yeah. There have been a few athletes and sports figures this week who are literally in the hot seat, starting with Colin Kaepernick and his insensitive post about the Houston flooding that is actually happening right now. His whole thing is the 7 storm is coming, so he posted one of the photos from Houston, all these cars underneath water, and was like, told you the 7 storm is coming. Got a lot of flack for it, rightfully so. There have been a lot of deaths in Houston. What are your thoughts about that?
What a dick. That's my friggin' thought about that. I mean, dude, have a little sensitivity. It's like, oh, hey, Katrina, that's something to laugh about. Hey, Houston flooding, that's something to laugh about. I mean, and then he goes on Instagram and he says, no disrespect intended, prayers up. That's the best you got, Kaepernick?
But it looks
prayers
like
up?
It looks like he got in trouble because after that there was a more like, I apologize for not being sensitive, blah, 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 blah. But it's like, but before we even get to Houston, should we be scared of this 7 storm? This guy is one of the most overrated quarterbacks, period, I think. Well, I mean, do we not agree? Like, I'm not scared of that drizzle.
That's a good one, Steph, actually. That's a really, she's not afraid of the drizzle, but see, the drizzle was just in the Super Bowl a couple of years ago. So, I mean,
No, I get it. I'm just saying, coming from him, like, I don't know who he is thinking that he's a storm, number one. Number two, it's super insensitive. There's things happening in the world. This guy's clearly a little bit cocky, and I get you need a little bit of cockiness to be a superstar athlete. I understand that. But it's just very ignorant, and he's young and dumb.
Can we?
Very, very, very ignorant, very insensitive. I do not consider Colin to be a drizzle. I think that I think his storm is just around the corner.
No, dude, he's
like, calm before the storm.
No, it's like he was like that. Oh my God, it's gonna be thunderstorms, and it's like boom, sky opens up for a second, and then it's like, oh.
Yeah, that's a great analogy of Colin Kaepernick's
He's
career.
like Maria.
I
don't know who that is, but it's like Miami.
Maria. What the hell?
Anytime I get to sing. But here's what at the Morning Score we should make T-shirts. It's got Kaepernick's face, and then it's got like the green little cloud, you know, on like the Weather Channel where it's like green, dark green, blue, red with the storm.
Chance of rain.
Just have the little green right there. It's like the storm is coming.
Chance of rain.
Chance of rain.
2%.
Okay, so obviously we got some Colin Kaepernick haters here. Colin, I still love you. I don't know you.
You just love him because you think he's hot.
You know who doesn't?
I don't think he's that hot.
Okay.
I really don't. He's just okay. He kind of looks like a pelican or a bird to me.
You know who doesn't love Colin Kaepernick? His receivers, because he always throws them all the freaking time.
Yeah, true.
Okay, FIFA officials this week. Oof. Now let me just talk about this for a second. I admire the United States for being the police of the world, but how in the hell do we have time to go do a transatlantic sting about some soccer when we have people right here in our city who can't even freaking eat or find a place to sleep? That's all I have to say. I mean, is soccer really that important to us? I mean, I know that there's a bigger issue. There's a bigger issue at hand.
Whoa.
We want to make sure that there's integrity in all sports in which we participate as Americans. I get that. But a transatlantic sting over football? Like, seriously? Not even the real football?
Well, time out. Oh my God, you're funny. That was really fun. Like, that's one for you today, too. But, I mean, from what I gather, FIFA is one of the most corrupt organizations out there. And for us to somewhat police that, I applaud.
Okay.
I mean, the amount of money in bribes alone, it's crazy. And we participate in the World Cup. Our teams go. And honestly, again, this is one of those sports.
No.
And this is going to be crazy coming from me, but this is one of those sports where it's actually, and this isn't the only one, but it's actually just as entertaining, I think, to watch the women as the men. There's not many sports that are like that.
I totally agree with that because I love watching women's soccer.
So the fact that we could have two, a men's and a women's, competing in this thing, like, yeah, we don't, and the places like where it's supposed to be in Russia and in Qatar, whatever it's called, it's like, You know how hot it is there, man?
It's ridiculous.
Like, that's not a good location.
Hold on, Trevor, jump in on what do you think about FIFA and this transatlantic sting, all these officials being arrested?
I think it's insane. I mean, when the U.S. Attorney General is covering this, that to me is like, come on. We have more important issues, and we're America. We could give a shit about soccer.
America. Oh my God, I'm so offended.
Deal with this.
You know, you know why we could give a shit about soccer? Because
Why?
there's not a lot of money going into TV commercials because there's no commercials in soccer. Soccer's a great sport.
Can Beckham take care of this?
No.
Let Beckham handle this crap.
I'm disappointed.
Beckham and Posh Spice. Okay, there's another athlete.
Spice Girl?
Spice Girl. If you want to be my lover, you gotta get with my friends. We can last forever. Friendship never ends.
I saw them in concert. It was amazing. Yeah.
I always love that song because I was like, I will
that.
totally get with your friends if that's what it takes to get with you.
This is so ridiculous.
Trevor's like, this sounds like a win-win.
Exactly.
No brainer.
One more athlete in the hot seat, Steph Curry. Now, Steph Curry is obviously not really in the hot seat. He just willed his Warriors to the first finals appearance in 40 years. So technically his seat is not hot. It's pretty cool where he's sitting right now. But having his daughter Riley on his post-game conferences has gotten a lot of flack and grief from social media and also from journalists like Brian Windhorst from ESPN and others. Charles Barkley even was like, this is terrible.
Terrible.
Terrible. Terrible, man. Terrible.
Why you bring your daughter on the press conference? Okay, so here's my thing. I think that Riley was definitely a distraction the first time, and even last night she was even more of a distraction. But when you look at social media, she was one of the top trends on social media last night on Twitter. And considering how much of a distraction she was the first time, the NBA and ESPN obviously were collaborating to have her come back on. Because why would Steph Curry bring his daughter back on knowing that she was such a controversial hot topic? I think she's really cute. I understand that children don't particularly belong in the workplace, but just think about how many more eyes are on NBA Finals now. People who are just casual basketball fans who might not be paying attention are now looking to see cute little Riley sing, "Way Up, I Feel Blessed." She sang that last night at the conference. So
No.
But they're not not going to watch the game. They're going to watch the press conference.
Which is...
And I love, first of all, I just want to let this be known because this is always a touchy subject. I freaking love kids. I absolutely love them. I love kids. But it is a workplace. And you don't bring up, well, I don't have any kids, but if I did, they wouldn't be here right now.
He's like, I can't find my imaginary child.
I mean, there might be some kids out there that I don't know about, but, you know, they're not here, and that's the point. It's like, kids should only be at the workplace if it's absolutely necessary. And yet she is super cute, and it is fun. And if they win the NBA Finals, then yes, hoist her up. But to have her at like every single press conference, it's just...
She hasn't been in every single one.
I agree with Trevor because it's not only that, like I get at the end of the game, lots of athletes, you see their kids come out for the hug, they put the hat on their kid, fine. But when you're at a press conference, and this is something I think that Charles Barkley said, you have all these reporters, sometimes these games end at midnight, and they're waiting to get their statement so that they can put their article out. Like these are these people's jobs. What are they gonna write about? Kid was cute again.
Well, here's the thing. Now, the press conference, yes, definitely Riley stole the show the first time and definitely last night. But you are able to get some sound bites. And honestly, guys, when you look at a post-game press conference, the reporters aren't asking anything that takes any real intellect to answer. They're saying, how do you feel? What are you going to do next game to adjust? What are you going to do? How you're looking forward to? What do you think I mean, it's very mundane, run-of-the-mill questions. Like, it's not brain surgery. It's not science. It's not rocket science.
I'm just saying, what would it be like now if every single press conference you saw, you had kids running around at? Would you stop watching them? Because I think I would. And again, nothing against little nuggets. I'm just saying that.
I think in moderation, it is enjoyable and it's a great marketing scheme. I do.
Well, I just want one of them to like puke or poo or pee. Like that would be amazing. I would watch that and talk about trending on Twitter. It would break the internet.
Break the internet.
Oh my God, I can't. We shouldn't. Things shouldn't be good just because.
So keep the kids coming because I want to see them.
Keep them coming. Whose seat is the hottest? Caps, Curry's, or FIFA's?
Or mine.
Or yours?
I think Trevor's.
Trevor's?
He sweats a lot.
And then what's after Trevor? FIFA, Cap, or Curry? I say FIFA.
I said FIFA.
Sweaty Trevor.
Sweaty bum.
Sweaty ass. Sweaty ass Trevor. That's what they call me.
All right.
They do. Tap that.
Who do you guys out there think who has the hottest seat in sports this week, besides Trevor?
Let us know.
Keep watching the morning score.